everyone, and welcome to the presentation about overview of Copilot credits consumption within the Business Central. My name is Nikola Kukrika, and I'm a principal software engineer in Microsoft. One of the areas that I'm working on is the development of the agentic functionality. In this video, I'm going to show to you how you can assess how much does it cost to run an agent per monthly basis, and how much does it cost to run the agent per task, because this is one of the frequently asked questions by customers and partners is how much does it cost to run a specific task and the agent, so they can assess and plan the budget. Before we begin, I will briefly explain to you what the Copilot credits are if you're not familiar with this functionality. The Copilot credits are Microsoft unified currency for AI usage. So if you were using Copilot Studio or any other Microsoft functionality, you will be familiar with Copilot credits. They are bundled with certain licenses. You will receive free credits every month. And Microsoft Business Central license is one of the licenses that will give you free Copilot credits so you can try the functionality and see if it works for your company. If you need more Copilot credits, you can always acquire them as either pay-as-you-go, or you can pre-purchase the credits and then spend them. If you do not want to do this, you can, of course, try out the functionality and wait for the month to receive the new credits. An important thing to say is that the different features are going to consume different amount of credits. And this is completely decided per feature basis. Thus, the ability to see how much a specific feature costs, it's something that most of the users is interested in. In the following demo, I'm going to show you the functionality that we added so you can, within the Business Central, quickly assess how much an agent is consuming for a specific time period or for a given task. To access the functionality within the Business Central, we can go to the agents list. And here, under the actions, there is an action that will show you a consumption data for a selected agent. You can select both the agents that were built if you're within the sandbox. However, you can also see the consumption of Microsoft-built agents like Payables Agent and Sales Order Agent. If we select the Payables Agent and say here, View Consumption Data, I'm going to see the consumption data for the given time period. The design that you are seeing here is following the designs that we are usually doing on the lists that we are using for other places where we are showing financial data. In the bottom, you will see for which agent this is being monetized. Also the date range here. You will see how many entries there are here and total Copilot credits used. So you can quickly assess what is the consumption for the given time period. The default time period that we will show to you is 1 month. And then you can quickly navigate to previous month or go to the next month. And there is an action to quickly jump to the current month if you are browsing back the time period. You can also adjust a custom type period by using these fields above. On the repeater itself, you can see when the entry was logged, how many Copilot credits we charged, what is the capability, and here you can see the agent's username. So this is the Payables agent for Kronos Limited Company. Then you will see for which actions we charged you, and also for what specifically we charged you with additional details within the description. So here you can see that it is e-document number 10 and that we processed 4 lines. Thus, we charged you 20 credits for that. And for this e-document, we charged you 50 credits. So we are charging 50 credits for processing e-document, and then we are charging 5 cents per line. If we would go to a, for example, let's say, a custom build agent, and we say view consumption data, you're going to get exactly the same view here. The data is going to be shown in a different way because we are charging differently per specific feature, and you can consult the official documentation to see how individual agent is being charged. One of the interesting things that you can also see here is that it did a lot of tasks. And if I would like to see how much did we spend for a given task, let's say, for example, task number 5, in the list you can see that task number 5 was starting and it was stopping because it is a multi-turn task. The quick way to assess this is if you click here, then we will filter out all of the entries and show you only the entries that are specific for task number 5. If you want to analyze and troubleshoot what we charged you specifically, you can invoke this link here, and you can see all of the steps that the task did. Thus, you can do a quick assessment what the agent did for this specific task. So this was all for seeing the overview of the per agent consumption. There is also a second way how you can see the consumption per task, and this one is if you go to the agent tasks. And here on the agent task list, all the way on the right, you can see all of the Copilot credits that the agent task has consumed. If I would like to see a specific details for a given task, I can click here and I can see the specific entries that we are charging for this task. In this example, we charged for analyzing 2 attachments, and we also billed for some specific steps that the agent did. There are 2 additional details that I would like to highlight. Because the consumption data is sensitive, we are controlling who can see this data. So in order to see this data, you need to have agent diagnostics permission set assigned or a super user permission set assigned. Currently, only the users that have these 2 permission sets assigned are able to see the consumption data. Agent admin permission set is not sufficient. This permission set is being used to be able to configure and enable and disable agents. However, you may not want the agent admin to see the sensitive data, for example, what the agent saw on some specific documents that you have seen in the troubleshooting video. Thus, if you would like your agent admins to also be able to troubleshoot the consumption, you will need to give them the agent diagnostic set. If you would like to learn how you can manage the subscription and Copilot credits and billing for AI functionality within the Business Central, under the documentation article for Business Central, Administration Center, you can scroll down, and here is a dedicated article that is covering consumption-based billing. Here you can find all of the information around the billing, and all the way to the bottom there is also a dedicated video that you can use to learn more about this subject. So to summarize the video, you have seen how we have introduced a simple overview of Copilot credits consumption for the agent tasks. I would invite you to try it out and to let us know what you think. If you are missing any kind of functionality or if you would like to get any additional features, please reach out to us through the BC Viva Engage. Thank you very much for your attention and hope to see you in the next video.